Hey Virgo, how you doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your first half of August general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy and then get right into the cards. All right. Let's see, what is the animal energy for Virgo? First half. Ooh, tarantula. Ooh, I don't know if I've definitely never gotten this for you guys before. So this is, my interest is piqued. Let's talk about tarantula energy. I was just thinking about this energy yesterday, actually. So tarantula is largely about pacing, right? And this actually lines up really nicely with the meditation I did for y'all. There was definitely an image of like a racetrack type of deal. So tarantula is all about going at your own pace, right? The tarantula energy cannot and will not be rushed. It also won't be slowed. It really just needs to move at a pace that feels natural and right to them. And I'm getting this feeling that this is a lot about timing in terms of being in the right place at the right time, right? Divine timing, responding to things in the right time. And when I say right time, what I mean is the time that feels best for you to do it. So if you're in a place coming up here where either you're feeling rushed or your internal speed or even your external speed is usually on a given setting, what do I mean by that? Like you get up at this time, you go to work, you rush to the train or the car, you're going through traffic, you eat lunch, all of those day-to-day timing things that you normally do. If you are in a place where things come up where it's like, oh, I'm a little late today, or, oh, I could go in a little early, or, oh, I don't feel like responding to that message right now, I'm going to wait on that. Anything like that involves doing something at a particular time or with a particular pace or swiftness or slowness, go with it. Because it does feel like for you guys, you're being led and guided in a certain way. Timing feels very, very, very important, right? The tarantula is also about feeling confident and having a self-assuredness about what you do, right? So perhaps you could also be being called to whatever you do, whether it's, accepting an invitation, responding to an email, making a phone call, going to the park at a different time, whatever that is, really check in with your inner compass, your inner stopwatch, whatever that is for you, and really just try to go at a pace that feels right for you, even if, and especially if it is outside of your normal routine schedule. This makes sense actually the more that I'm, talking and thinking about it, because Virgos, at least every Virgo I've ever known, one of y'all's best features is that attention to detail, promptness, being on time, having things in, by the due date, that kind of, that kind of attention to promptness. And it feels like right now with the tarantula, it's like, does it matter if it happens in the same time or at the same time as it normally does? Right now, I'm really hearing to really just let the universe, spirit, whatever have you, really guide you around timing. Be open to doing things in a different time or at a different pace than you normally do. That's what I'm hearing. Interesting. Okay, let's get some cards from Virgos. So we got Queen of Wands here. Really, really beautiful. I have to tell you, I've been getting this for you guys for a minute about, gosh, and it is, I've been telling you, I feel like I've been talking about this with you guys for a hot minute. And this is the first half of this, so yay. The Queen of Wands is such a gorgeous, gorgeous energy. It came up again for me here because it does rule the fire signs. We are we're actually technically in now Leo season with these lions happening, and then the sunflowers, which I definitely, associate with this. So here we are, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, personal note, is my favorite queen. Yes, darling, and I'm not a fire sign or anything, but she's a favorite queen because she's a beautiful blend of action and inaction. And when I say inaction, I don't mean, being a couch potato or whatever. Like, it's not, the curse word lazy or whatever have you. She just knows when to go and when to be still. She is the queen of that. That is her absolute specialty, right? In other words, she has a beautiful balance around this, right? The Queen of Wands is also about home life, really having her affairs in order and really having her home be her haven. And there is this feeling with you guys too about, because I also saw a turtle in your meditation as well. And there's something about, carrying your home on your back, or really your home being wherever you go. It feels like it is a time of change and transition to a situation or reality that is so far beyond what you're currently in. And I don't like to say better, I just say it's like the next chapter. You're moving into a next chapter, and in order to step into that chapter seamlessly and under the, guidance or tutelage of spirit or the universe or whatever you want to call it, it's really about being open to doing things differently than you normally or, do, or really quieting down that taskmaster within you. Because that's what I'm getting here too. It's like a taskmaster energy where it's like, okay, cool. That helps you in a lot of ways, in a lot of areas in your life, right? Being on time, meeting deadlines, whatever that is. Virgos also tend to be very, keep a clean house. Every Virgo I've ever known, their houses are organized and clean for the most part. You know what I mean? And this is about home life, like I said. But I really feel like for you guys, this is something about being open to doing things differently so that the universe can step in and bring you new things, right? Because there isn't necessarily much room in a hardened schedule for flexibility or surprise, right? And I mean surprise in a very positive context, right? There's something about this here. Be open to, just the third door, as it were, because then you have the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords. This is making a decision and being at a crossroads. Of course, this rules the air signs. It talks about the mental sphere of things. So this is a decision that you're making with your logical mind, your rational mind, anything in the realm of, logic, right? So yes, it does feel like you are at a crossroads, and it's very much what this feels like, right? Two roads, Robert Frost type deal here. Okay, to draw my attention to something. You see that? Okay. Do you see how this crow here has a little blindfold on, and do you see how they're kind of looking at each other, and the way that this is like laid out on the table, it's like I'm getting this feeling that there's this looking to the past, and I'm hearing this word of comfort. Even if you were in a place or in a routine or a job or a home situation or relationship, whatever this is, that is comfortable, which just means that you know how to do it well. You can do it with your eyes closed, blindfold, eyes closed type of deal. I feel like you're being called to embrace the unknown in a way that requires you to step out of your comfort zone around this crossroads. When you step into the unknown, when you're open to starting a new chapter, doing things differently or moving or whatever this new chapter is for you, there can be a sense, it's about trust, right? But it's also a lot of unknown, which can elicit feelings of fear or discomfort, right? But I'm hearing this is an opportunity though. It's not just like life taking you by the ankles and holding you upside down and shaking you down or anything. It's not like that. It's more like you're being given an opportunity to start a fresh chapter, and it's going to be up to you whether you take it. Because what? Because of free will, of course, right? And this is what it is. The Emperor. So this is Aries energy here, but of course, I have shivers. I can't with this. Look at this. Wait, can I hold all these? Okay. Look at this. Okay. So Queen of Wands crow is looking this way. Emperor is looking this way, right? Both are staring at the crow in the middle who's got a decision to make, because this can be, taking time out in action around making a decision, right? And look, this was the first card, which indicates an energy from the past that we're coming into that's bleeding over until now. And the crow is looking at the past. Looking at the past, this is what this feels like. Now, in some respects, it can be okay. Look back in order to go forward, right? Look at what's been in order to inform what will be or what could be. Absolutely brilliant. But this really feels like in this context that it's almost, I don't want to say like a reluctance to start this new chapter, but it does seem like this feeling of, here, I'm just going to put it this way. The Emperor is a strong, sturdy, and stable foundation. The Emperor is all of the four kings put together. He has a master energy. He, like I said, strong masculine energy. He's all about action, but he also knows when the work is done at the end of the day that it's just as important to sit on your throne, as it were, at the end of the day and appreciate and ruminate in all the accomplishments that you got done as it is to actually get things done. So in other words, he is not the kind of personality type who's going to leave the office, for example, at the end of the day and then go home and be on his work email all night, right? He's mastered that lesson. It's an equal balance of work and play. It's so important. Or even just like, action and inaction. There's this whole thing around action and inaction. This opportunity from Spirit where you're going has the potential to take you to a place that is elevated from where you are now in whatever respect that means. But the Emperor is about financial abundance, which in another way is saying like financial freedom. It feels more like financial freedom that is a result of the financial abundance, if that makes sense. This is about being sure-footed. This is the complete opposite of being in a Two of Swords space where you're taking time out and as a result having some inaction to really make a decision from a mental sphere before moving forward. But it does feel like there is some sort of reluctance to change things up and do things differently. And you know what else? The Emperor is also kind of a rigid energy, very black and white thinking. But it does feel like you're coming to a place where a choice needs to be made. And I'm hearing to just really, because here's the thing. We've got inaction and taking a time out, and then we've got a tarantula energy here, which is all about going at your own pace, right? It's very important to do that at this time, but there is a fine line, darling Virgos. There's a fine line between going at your own pace and cocooning, okay? Cocooning meaning, yes, I use that as a verb. Cocooning meaning that you are avoiding. Because avoiding and doing nothing is also an action, right? Think about that. Let's get some clarifiers today. Let's get some clarifier about this Queen of Wands right here. But I'm telling you, there's something about this for you guys. Did you just see how that flipped to do? Yes. Hello, Two of Cups. Ah, I love this. So the fact that this is paired with the Queen of Wands, what I'm getting here is that, first of all, Two of Cups speaks of love, right? Largely romantic love, right? And then this is about, home life and feeling really grounded. So, but I just want to say this one thing, because sometimes Two of Cups is not the same for everybody, okay? Because one person's Two of Cups is their husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, long lost love, whatever that is. But somebody else's Two of Cups can be their job. Somebody else's Two of Cups can be this artistic passion project that they give as much time to as they would a significant other if they had one. See where I'm going with this? So this can be different for different people. It really, really can be. But this is, in the base case at the end of the day, this is about really clicking into what sets your heart alight? What gets your heart chakra really on fire and warm and fuzzy, in a nice hot bubble bath of sorts, right? The fact that this is paired with the Queen of Wands, it feels like there's a sense of, because I feel like we're talking about the past and the future. That's what I feel like we're talking about right now, and a choice between the two. I feel like this is commenting on all of the good that lies in the past around comfort, around what we know. Because there's great comfort around what we already know. Of course there is. Even if it's not ideal, even if it's not the best situation we could think of, at least we know how to work within it because we've been doing it for a minute, right? And even in the face of getting exactly what we want in an ideal context, it's still unknown to us because we've yet to have it. We've yet to live and work within it. So even if it's exactly what you want more than you could dream of, sometimes it can be just as scary or even more scary getting exactly what you want than losing what you have, right? What I feel I'm talking about here. It feels like there's a sense of, in the past here, it really feels like, because remember, this is home life, relationships. Wands also rule the realm of artistry and passion, right? It really feels like you've kind of, in a sense, at least mastered or, become comfortable with a certain dynamic, whatever this involves. This could even be getting comfortable with the dynamic of being single. See where I'm going with this? Because the Queen of Wands, she is a queen on her own. There's no, she is a strong single woman. Yes, we have the King of Wands, but they're not, she is her own energy, right? They're not shown together in this key. She is her own, and then the lion here, Leo, is all about strength, right? Standing on one's 2 feet. Really feels like there's an opportunity here that's going to require, like I said, for you to embrace the unknown and step out of your comfort zone. And then it's just going to be like, oh gosh, on the other side of this, I'm so glad that I did. And I feel like it's putting you into this energy of like, okay, if I had to kind of like put into a feeling what this energy is, it's like, it's kind of like that, as opposed to like an actual spider, right? Which is like, you turn the lights on and they kind of scatter. They move at a quicker energy than the tarantula, right? It's putting you into this like, well, let me just dip a toe in and then let me step back and dry it off and then let me step another toe in. That's what it feels like, Let's get a clarifier for this 2 of Swords, yeah. Oh, best key ever. Star card, darlings, Aquarius energy here. I love it. So guess what? This crossroads that you're coming to, this decision that needs to be made, it's around a dream opportunity, because this is wishes being granted, right? This is around a dream job, a dream relationship, a dream home, a dream, passion project, whatever this is for you. This is what this is, and you're coming to a crossroads about it. See, this is what I've been feeling, that I really feel like you're going to be presented with an opportunity that elicits some sort of hesitation or slowing down or rooting down around it, as opposed to just jumping on it, right? Because sometimes it can be very scary to get exactly what you want, or more than what you ever dreamed. It's so funny how this is coming out, and I mean that in a very like loving way. This is also very, very human, right? Because the word self-sabotage is coming to mind. I don't see that in this reading. I'm just like going with what I'm feeling with this. Like that, why do we self-sabotage? It's around feelings of self-worth, right? We sabotage in part because we feel that we're not worthy of what we want, right? What we dream of, who we dream of, whatever that is, right? Ooh, let's get a clarifier for this Emperor card. Remember the star. Remember, this star is also about really allowing the universe to work with and for you at this time, right? Go with the signs, go with your gut on this, right? I feel like this decision, you guys are really good in the realm of logic. Virgos just are. I mean, you just are. You're really good within the realm of logic and reason and practicality. You try to use your head to make this decision or move you forward. And, they're just saying, Spirit is saying like, no, think about what you wished for as a kid. Think about what you wished for, in those quiet moments before the head, your head hits the pillow or whatever that is for you. You have an opportunity for you to, really have this, right? Because look. 2 of Wands. To clarify, the Emperor. You know what I'm hearing for you guys? So there's the minute that you are okay, the moment that you are truly okay with not having your roadmap around this new direction or new opportunity or new point of inspiration, the minute that you are okay with not having that roadmap, boom, there's the roadmap. Spirit is saying that they're giving you an opportunity here. The Spirit, the universe, is giving you an opportunity to be okay with not knowing what's coming and embracing the unknown, and then bam, the roadmap. Because think about the 2 of Wands. The Ace of Wands is that initial burst of inspiration, energy, and offer. All of this is the Ace of Wands coming in here, right? Then you get the 2 of Wands, which is like, oh, okay, now it's time to create that roadmap and really get a way forward. And then the Emperor is all about checking your facts and figures and having things really done so that you can rest at the end of the day and know that you didn't leave anything unfinished, right? It's really, really cool. It's like, okay, the minute you're like, okay, fine, I don't need the roadmap, then it's just going to be like, boom, here's the roadmap. That's what I'm getting for you guys. Listen. Very rarely is it like we get something that we dream of or that we really, really wanted and kind of thought maybe we wouldn't get it, or we finally came to terms with maybe it's not going to happen in this lifetime or in the way that I want. We release expectations because we realize their limitations, and then that thing comes and stares us in the face and we're like, yeah, I'm on it. I feel no fear or hesitation at all. Okay? It's that is more unusual or more unlikely a scenario than what we're looking at here. This is very like relatable. I feel like I understand this. This is not, it's very human, to just go, wow. What will life look like if I have everything that I ever wanted or something that I really, really wanted, right? Or been dreaming of? What is life going to look like on the other side of that? Because I've gotten really good with what I already have. I've accepted a lot. I've gotten good at it. I know what it is. I know what it looks like. And even though this is something that I feel like is truly driven by spirit, the universe, karma being returned to you, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know how to move through that. I don't know the finer points of it. I don't know the facts and figures. So it elicits this feeling of, let me really think about this. Is this really in my highest and best good? Is this worth the risk? I just heard that. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the risk? Your gut will be the answer to that. But the fact that we got the star here and the emperor, the emperor is set for life, darlings. If you knew and believed that this leap of faith, this new chapter would lead you into a place where you're going to be really, really set, right? Would you go for it? Yeah, you would, but you got to take the leap of faith first, right? To really actually receive it, right? It's that free will thing. Let's get an oracle from a Virgo. Ooh, well, that took 3. Or 1 second. Okay. We got 2 here. Oh my God. Okay. So we have clairsentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. And this is what I've been feeling. It's like, go with your gut on this. Go with how you feel. Why I'm obsessed with this. Physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Nowhere in there does it say, go with your head. Nowhere in here does it say, go with your sense of logic. Clairsentience is about feeling, right? Feeling. Go with how you feel about it. Let your feelings around this, your emotions lead you. You as a Virgo, for the most part, yes, it depends on where your other placements are, but for the most part, Virgos, it's like you are not in as much danger as, say, maybe a proper water sign with water all up in their chart can be of going with their own feelings, because they have to go through kind of a filtration process and marry the mind with the matter type of deal, or the mind with the emotional matter, whatever that is. But you guys, when you guys feel something, it's, go with it, please, because you guys are earth signs. You live in this realm of groundedness and rootedness and, really having that place of logic and reason really firm within you. And now's the time to really go with your feeling. I want to point out this starry sky here in the background with the star. I absolutely love this. Get out of here with this. So I love this. So then we have moon cycles. Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. Capitalize upon these cycles. I really feel like what this is saying here, listen, you can absolutely take this literally, the stars and the moon, and there is something in this. Because also think about the darkness and under dark of night because this is also clarifying the 2 of Swords, right? And I'm getting this feeling that this is a decision that you're going to want or be inclined to make on your own. Like, you could talk to people about it, your loved ones, whatever, but really it's going to be in your own mind in the times of quiet that you really look at this full force and really think about it. The moon cycle, this is also about capitalize upon the cycle. Absolutely. We've been talking about this as an opportunity, and it's up to you whether or not you take it. It's not like, the tower's going to crumble if you don't accept it. It's just a choice. It's just an option in your soul plan. It's like, boop, here's an option for a brand new chapter that's going to, bring you abundance, get you nice and settled, and it's going to be your dream situation. But it's up to you if you take it, right? It's not necessarily, I want to stay away from these ideas of like, it's bad or good or bad. It's not like that. It's just choices, really. And are you going to take this opportunity or not? It's okay either way. I promise you it's okay either way. Right? However, We're talking about your highest and best good. Going with your feelings and really tapping into how this choice makes you feel in your body. Going back to clairsentience. Does it make your stomach kind of tighten? Does it make your throat clamp up? Or does it make your heart chakra widen and feel all fuzzy like a vibrating bed in one of those old hotel rooms, with how they used to have back in the day? Notice the physical sensations in your body around this, choice or this impasse or new opportunity, right? And I feel like, again, with this moon cycles, it's really just saying, like, this is going to be an opportunity that exists within this time. And then it'll pass through. You either take it or you don't. And then you'll, go on with life, and there will be more down the road. But this is a moment in time opportunity. It just is. Okay? And as long as you go at your own pace about it, but remember that doing nothing is a choice all on its own, right? Take time to feel about it. Take time to feel about it, not necessarily think about it. Okay? Or at least, have a little bit of think. Oh, the things you can think, right? Have a little bit of think and a lot of bit of feel. Okay? That's what I'm getting for you, my dear Virgos. All right. Wow. You guys this was really like, whoa. I feel like I'm looking at that fork in the road. It's very Robert Frost in here. But guys, it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful opportunity and moment in time coming your way that I feel that you will remember for a long time to come. And that in itself is really, really beautiful and special. With that being said, my dear Virgos, this was your first half of this general reading. I really hope that this helped and resonated with you. If it did, and it did, please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And with that being said, just thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.